but I'm not sure if that's even possible here in my I think I'm just going to plant everything because I did take off the ones that were, I wonder, they've gotten pretty translucent. So we're back in the greenhouse today. Probably one of the last days to be in the greenhouse because it's the beginning of November and you can see the leaves on the trees are almost gone. The last few weekends have been leaf pickup, so I probably will have to do one more, but there's not a lot of leaves left. And so I had gotten an order, a seed order, last night, and I thought that I could come out into the greenhouse today and at least do a video starting the project. I don't really know where it's going. I have an idea where I would like to see it end, but I'm not sure if that's even possible here in my region because these are some pretty special seeds that only grow down around the equator. So we'll see. So I had gotten an order from Eden Brothers, and you can see that it's some coffee seeds. These are not fresh coffee seeds. I don't know how dried these are and how long they've been dried. I know that if they're not fresh, that they do take quite a while to germinate, if they even germinate at all. So it's going to be pretty risky. I know that we can grow these as houseplants, and that may be what they end up being, and I just sell them on the stand. That might be something that we do. So let's see, this one's cracked. I wonder if that would even be viable still, because there's still a seed in that husk. We'll see. So we're going to soak them for 24 to 48 hours. I have chlorine in my drinking tap water, so I'm going to use some bottled water just in case. I don't really have any issues with it. It's pretty low concentration of chlorine, but just in case, I paid a lot of money for these seeds. So I'll get you down here so you can see what I'm doing. There, hopefully you can see that. So let's pour the seeds into the container. Well, let me tell you what it says. It says that they're a perennial. They bloom in the fall. Start indoors, full sun. I did see some videos on YouTube that they were talking about growing shade coffee. Maybe it's not the same. This is Coffea arabica, so maybe it's another variety. Planting time in the spring, 36 to 96 inches high. They are a shrub, basically. 72 inches. Plant depth, 1/4 inch. I also had seen in some writings that you just put it on the surface and don't cover it with soil. So, and I know that there's been issues with people getting these to germinate. So I'm thinking that if I do get some to germinate, I'm not going to bury them. I'm really concerned because every single one of these is floating. I do have a few that, there's a hair, that are on the bottom, but maybe I'll let them soak and see. That's pretty disappointing, honestly. Considering people say that any of the floating ones are non-viable. All right, so let's come back in about 24 hours and see what they look like. It's been a few hours now since we started the soak, and it's looking a little bit better. I was pretty disappointed, I have to say, but I did see about 5 or 6 seeds at that point start to sink. But I also noticed, I don't know if you can tell, see how it looks translucent? So I thought, I wonder if I really need that. I think that these hulls are trapping air. Like this one, you can see that air bubble inside, and that's why they're floating. So I did take the hulls off of, it's hard to do this one-handed, but you can see see how that hull, I just get it open like that and take them off. And well, anyway, I'm gonna have to do this two-handed. Oh, I didn't ruin it as bad as I thought. Hull, and I was looking up what this would be called. It's a hull, or they call it in the coffee industry the parchment. So that does get taken off when you go to roast this. So I googled if I should I dehull the coffee seeds for germination, and I did get quite a few websites saying that it's not necessary, but you should, or you could, I should say, for quicker germination. So now I'm doing that, and we'll see. Like I said, it's only been a few hours now, so I'm supposed to do like a 24 or 48 hour soak. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. It's been about, well, I'll show you after. It's actually been over the 24-hour mark, but not the 48 for soaking these beans. And let me pull one out. They definitely, where's my camera? Look plump. They're definitely a lot plumper. So, not quite as disappointed as I was yesterday. And I've got a bucket with no holes. I'm just gonna pour off the water in here, and this is going to be my fertilizing system that I like to do. I got videos, a short and video on how I do make my own fertilizer with the water and trimmings from the garden. It'll be the trimmings from the grow room, but this will be the start of the water. I'm just gonna pour that off. Yeah, they look really good. There's a few that are kind of questionable. They've sunk now that they're plump, but they've got some dark spots. I'm not sure if I should not plant those, but I have so few that I think I'm just going to plant everything, because I did take off the ones that were floating, and I did that as I was soaking these. I could tell that they just weren't going to actually do anything. So I think I only ended up taking out like 6 or something like that. So very few. Yesterday I was like, oh my god, like literally everyone was floating. So we've gotten past that, and it says that the package directions were terrible. Let me just tell you that, honestly. I've been having to do quite a bit of reading and doing my own, research. And of course, there's not a lot out there growing coffee. And it says that it's going to need high humidity. So I have these little trays. They had food in them before from the supermarket, and I think it was a chicken taco kit. And I don't have any holes. This does have some vents that I could eventually open if I needed to, but I'm gonna make sure that those are closed and cover it. So let's I'll move you down here. You can see what I'm doing. I do have a whole germination kit. It's outside in the outdoor greenhouse, but I'm pretty limited in, this is pretty much all I have for space, and that's pretty big. So I think that this will work just fine. And it's literally not that big at all. So I think it'll be fine. So let me get you moved down here. Okay. Oh, I have some scoop. This is just some compost that I had from when we were potting up the amaryllises the other day. It'll be fine. I like to reuse soil. It's just soil. There's nothing bad about it. But let me go get some more. This is compost. I think I did bring some in from outside originally, but not a lot. It's got some peat moss, because I like to use that in my seed starting mix. Mostly this stuff is, from the chicken brooder when we were brooding chickens in last spring. I don't think I need a ton of soil. Like I said, this is just guessing because I cannot find a lot. And I dump this here and I'll leave it on my potting bench. If it dries out, it dries out. It's not really that big of a deal. Okay, let's see. Got the beans. Just going to, set them on the surface. Hold on, this one has dirt on it now. I'm gonna put the flat side down. You'll see the flat sides that has a little groove in it. Put that down in the soil. I don't know why that matters, but I did see mentions of that in some journals that I found online. I don't know how close to put these together, but I think that at first, I don't anticipate a high germination rate. So, whatever doesn't do anything, I will just prick out. And then, obviously, this doesn't have a high allowance for growth, so these are going to have to be moved out of this pretty quick anyway.
Yeah, and also, I didn't mention in the video that the reason why you just surface sow them is because I had also seen that they do need light to germinate.
Trying to put the chickens out in the chicken tractor for probably about their last time, and they were so excited to be out of the chicken run because it has been raining and it's been sopping wet for quite a few days, and or windy as heck, and they didn't want anything to do with that tractor. I mean, they're literally like trying to wrangle cats. They saw the yard and they were like, and I thought that, okay, I'll let them in the yard because I don't have anything, you know, that I'm saving out there anymore. And if they eat it, that's great, that's fine. Well, the dog was out there too, and he was excited to have the chickens out. They get along very well. And of course, he's running around and he's thinking that they're gonna play, and they're like, I don't know what he's doing. They didn't want anything with the running dog. So trying to get them back into their coop was a feat. I thought that one of them was gonna fly over the fence. They literally could. And I know that we can clip their wings, but I'm not really, I don't know. That's what I really enjoy about the chickens when I'm putting them out in the chicken tractor. If it's across the yard, I like to let them run across the yard after me. And if I get too far away, they'll fly to catch up. And I really like that. It really makes me laugh. It's pretty funny, actually. So I don't really want to clip their wings if I don't have to. I want them to be chickens. I know that that's not, you know, limiting them to be not being chickens, but, you know, I would if that would make them safer. I would do it. Some of these, I don't know if I can find one now. I wonder, they've gotten pretty translucent, but I wonder if that's, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that white line? I wonder if that's the, you know, that white root that comes out. Some of them you can really see it like a lot. So you may be asking, why are you growing coffee? Because it doesn't grow where you are. I have been, well, this isn't my first time getting introduced to landrace gardening or anything like of that sort. I've been doing some sort of that theory since 2015. When I save seed, I don't care if they cross. In my yard, I don't keep my seed pure because I find that, you know, if anybody's heard that term, hybrid vigor, that's basically what you're after. Hybrids every single year, crosses, and getting that hybrid vigor. So anyway, there was a gentleman on a podcast that I listened to, and that is called Adaptation Gardening, but that's not the that's the YouTube channel. What is the podcast? Going to Seed, I think it is. And you can watch the podcast on their channel too, so that's pretty much how I view it. But anyway, they had a gentleman on, and his name was Mark Shepard, and he lives in, actually I had seen him on a few other homestead channels that I watch. Like Justin Rhodes has been out to his farm, and I think I can't remember if he's in Minnesota or Wisconsin, something like that. And he had said that if he was still young and had plenty of time to work on a project, that he would like to breed cold hardy coffee. And the funny thing is that the past couple of years when I've been buying seed, I do like a seed company. It's called MI Gardener. I generally start there if I'm looking to purchase seed, if I don't have enough saved seed, because their seed packs are $2. So that's still pretty economical. And the past 2 growing seasons, or the past 2 winters when I'm planting the garden, I keep looking at the coffee seeds that he has available. And I've actually thought about it, but I didn't really think about breeding for cold hardiness. But I thought, all right, this guy, he is breeding with a tree that doesn't really grow in his region. Chestnuts? I think that's what it was. And he bred for disease resistant, because chestnuts definitely have a disease, and I can't remember what that is. I'm not a tree grower really. And he has his own variety of trees. He just keeps them in his pastures for his cat, because he raises cattle. He does do homesteading too, but mainly he raises cattle. And of course, cows like some shade. So hogs, I think he does hogs too, but he's a very interesting gentleman. You should look him up, honestly. So, and then I thought, worst case scenario, these make great house plants anyway, and I could always offer these on my farm stand. It's not a big deal. Something different. I think I'm gonna need some other, I have another cover. Do I have another container? That's okay. You get the idea. Anyway, so I'll water these in, put the cover on, and we'll check back on these. I think it says that they take about 6 to 8 weeks to germinate. So I hope that it's sunny where you are and you're growing in your garden.